Hello. What's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Oh God, echoing. Hello. Oh no. What's up? Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see ya. What is up? 0-1 by the Mega Magikarp Pixel Bones. Iser Donuts. Doug, good to see you, Doug. The Mega Magikarp. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is having an amazing day. It is more spoiler day. Oh, I'm super hyped. So today, if you've been following along with spoilers, today is Big Score Day. So Big Score, little mini rant. I know it's early in the stream to do some ranting. So I'm really excited about Big Score. Also, why are we not hearing the splash? Hang on, let me redo this. See if this makes the splash work when someone subs. Hopefully, professional streamer here. So, Big Score, if you don't know Big Score was going to be Aftermath. It was going to be a separate set. WotC designed 50 cards for it, just like Aftermath, but then everyone hated Aftermath, and we all complained about Aftermath and refused to buy Aftermath, so they put it into the main set. The thing I love about this is that means we get 30, I guess it's 30 cards. I think it's 30 that actually made the set, but we get 30 extra cards to play with, and I love me some Magic cards, so I'm excited to see the rest of these cards. We're gonna get the rest of them today, I believe, so I'm really hyped about that. One thing I will complain about, though, hey, there's the splash. Lustful G's, happy Tuesday, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you, thank you. One thing I just learned today, every single one of the cards is a mythic rare. So in paper, this doesn't really matter because they're on the list. So you're going to get one every like 5 packs or something. So the rarities, I think, mostly find in paper. On the other hand, on Arena, oh boy, on Arena, that is 30 more mythics that you'll need to play Standard. So in Arena, it's still going to be expensive if you're not a drafter. So that would be my one criticism, is I feel like they're like, if we can't sell an Aftermath set, you know what we'll do? Let's just make them all mythics, and we'll make up that money from Arena players having to spend mythic wildcards. Yoda Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Chair, thank you. I mean, Gonti looks sweet as far as precons go. Also, chat, what is this? What is this thing? I know it says Beast Noble. I don't think that actually, I guess it's a Beast Noble, but like, what is this character? What is loot? And does this mean, if I'm understanding this story right, did they just do all this crime? Like, you got all the bad guys from across the universe, Vraska and Jace and Rakdos. They all put up with each other for like months and do all this criming and this huge plan, and they end up with this like gremlin thing? Is that actually the story? Like, they do all this and they end up with they end up with a gremlin. I would be so pissed if I had to spend months hanging out with Rakdos, who seems like kind of a jerk. Like, if I put up with Rakdos for months and all I got out of it was that, you know, I wanted some real loot and I ended up with with this gremlin thing. Oh my goodness. Soul crushing. The card itself, I kind of hate it, honestly. Unlike, okay, so that's too harsh. Like, okay, so loot, 3 mana, 1/2 with Wardwood. Beginning your upkeep, exile tap X cards to your library, X is the number of card types among non-land permanents you control. You may play those cards this turn. It is kind of a sweet value engine, right? The problem I have with it is it's like such a boring commander. It's just like a good stuff commander. It's just good stuff. It's just like, you play whatever you want and I'll draw you a bunch of cards and you cast it. So just play all your ramp spells and play all your bombs. It is kind of Magic Baby Yoda, I think. I've heard other people say that. Mono Green Stompy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Chair for you. Thank you. The cards look sweet, though. It seems to have an artifact sub-theme of this set. Substitute Synthesizer, makes Constructs. This card, Legion Foundry. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not Bone Crusher Giant, almost, sort of? Like, if you think about it. So Legion Foundry, 2 mana red artifact. When it enters the battlefield, 2 damage to any target, Bone Crusher Giant, and then you can pay 2, tap it, sack another artifact to make a 3/3 Golem, almost Bone Crusher Giant. Is this not just artifact Bone Crusher? It's kind of Bone Crusher Giant. I think this card is better than people think. Like, it's not as good as actual Bone Crusher. It is sorcery speed because it's an artifact. You're getting 3/3s rather than a 4/3. So it's not quite Bone Crusher good, but if you squint hard enough, I think it's actually like a kind of a Bone Crusher Giant style card. I think it's actually got potential. So this set is so good. So now we've seen pretty much the entire set, chat. I know a lot of people, their hype level was not high heading into this. You can make multiple 3/3s. You do have to tap it, so it'll be across several turns most likely, but you could do it every single turn. It seems really good in Oni Called Anvil decks. That was the first thing I thought of in standard. Like, you play this, you shock something, and then every turn you already want to be sacking an artifact for Oni Called Anvil. So rather than anviling, you can sack it to this, make 3/3s, get bigger creatures on the battlefield. Dementabat Clues can sack Clues, indeed. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jeffrey, thank you. So the plan for today is we are going to try out this new remix draft. I think this is supposed to be like a replacement for cube draft. So rather than a full cube, this is an artifact-themed cube-ish remix draft. So we're going to try one of these remix drafts because we haven't drafted in a while. And then in about 1.5 hours, we get a preview stream to show off, I believe, the rest of the big score set, which I'm really hyped about. And then a spoiler video. Also, for next week, important note, Tuesday stream canceled because Wednesday is early access day. So I moved my schedule around. We're going to do Commander Clash on Tuesday when we normally stream. So on Wednesday, we can stream with the new cards for early access day because it's back. What's the pool look like? I will pop it up real quick. So I know it's an artifact theme. I don't think everything is an artifact, but everything cares about artifacts. So you have a lot of literal artifacts, a lot of equipment and stuff. Also things that make clues, like Toolcraft Exemplar grows based on artifacts. So I haven't drafted it yet. This is going to be our very first draft of it. You get an affinity for artifact sub-theme in blue. In Rakdos, you get an artifact sacrifice sub-theme. So it should be interesting. I don't know what green does with artifacts. I guess green token theme, maybe, like artifact tokens, so you make your clues and grow your woodland champion or whatever. But yeah, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Anyway, reminders before we jump into our draft here. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, spoilers, tomorrow's Against the Odds deck is so sweet. Oh my god. I am very, very excited about tomorrow's Against the Odds deck. Y'all are gonna love, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. So tomorrow's Against the Odds deck is a good one. I think we have some Modern coming up on Friday for Much Brew, so lots of good stuff coming up on the YouTube. Keep an eye out for that. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. If you get a free goldfish sticker, just tell me you want one, they'll hook you up. I was excited for Thunder Junction, but my hype level slowly dropped as we learned more. The setting seems comically racist. Wait, I'm curious about the racist part, actually, because I feel like Wizards tries really hard to avoid anything that would be even, like, could be construed as racist. I'm very curious what part of Thunder... So, comical, I can get that. Like, if it's too cartoony for you, like Richard kind of said that on the podcast. So, if you're thinking it's, like, a little too cartoony, it's not the, gritty, whatever, thing you were hoping for, that makes sense. Very curious about the... So the hat thing, like, yes, sure, the hats are silly. I will 100% agree. I'm curious, though, what the like, comically racist part is, though. Like, I'm very curious. Just because Wizards, like, go so far out of their way to avoid anything racist against Cowboys. Okay, I don't know if Cowboys are a race, but interesting take. What about the rest of you, chat? Where are you with hype level for this set? Has it gone? For me, I was already I was in the middle at the start. Then day one of spoilers, it jumped up. Seeing the whole set, I honestly think this is an incredibly strong power creepy set. Like, I am shocked at the power level of the set. Absolutely, completely shocked at how good it is. The Commander precons, I'm sure, are going to be really good. We haven't seen them yet. Those are going to be coming out to Thursday, I believe. But yeah, this set is so sweet. Smuggler's Surprise seems so strong. So many cards in this set seem strong. Like, pretty much all the cards in this set seem strong. We can talk about it as we go along. But let's jump into our draft because we do have spoiler stream in an hour and 20 minutes. So let's see if we can actually get in an entire draft before the spoiler stream. This has me super excited. I don't really care about Westerns. Like, whatever. Like, that's not really my thing. But the cards just look fun to play with. New Kellen does look fun, although Kellen the character, meh. I have not bought into the Kellen storyline. It has not done it for me. Yeah, Timeless is going to get a bit of a... I hope Timeless gets a bit of a shakeup. I hope it gets a bit of a shakeup. I am worried that I haven't seen anything that really answers show and tell. I think there are a lot of cards that can see play in Timeless. Reanimate, obviously a big one. The mill stuff, surgical. Ooh, well, okay. Well, this is an artifact theme set. The packs are normal, except you get an artifact land in every pack if you want it. I would have to imagine that in an artifact themed draft, there is probably not many better pack one pick ones than Karn, Zion, and Verza. Karn is absolutely absurd. Like, if you have a bunch of artifacts and you know you're going to have a bunch of artifacts, the Karn structs are big, it draws cards. It is hard for me to imagine anything is going to match up with this. The rest of the pack, some pump stuff. Whirler Rogue is a pretty good card if you're like going wide. I guess Vattery Birth is for the sack deck. Some random Fabricate stuff and Artifact Land. Metallic Rebuke. But Karn even keeps us open. Oh yeah, Karn. We were definitely taking the Karn. I am Karn. As someone with a Pauper Cube, I'm sad all the alternate treatments are exclusively uncommented up. Pauper players do kind of get the raw end of the deal with treatments, don't they? I mean, it's funny because as someone who is not a Pauper player, I'm usually looking like when there's a bunch of special treatments at commons that are unplayable, I'm kind of like, okay, like whatever, I don't care about those. But I guess from the perspective of a Pauper player, what are we taking here? So artifact sack stuff, Juggernaut, banned in 1994 or something. I don't know about 2024, 30 years ago, that might have been our pick, but today we could take the Gear Serpent, Affinity. Affinity seems good, right? This has to be a good card. We're going to be playing artifacts. We can get artifact lands. Blue is the best artifact color. I'm going to take the Serpent. I think the Serpent's the best pick there. Megadire, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so... What does this do? Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Super J for you. Captain Ripley Vance. When you cast your third spell each turn, put a counter on it, deals damage. Oh, that's a big ask. 3 spells is a big number. Chromatic Star is always fine filler. Eye of Melkor. 3-mana artifact. When ATBs try 1, when another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, becomes a 4/4. Volt Surge is good. Volt Surge is very good. We do want removal. We could take Weirding Woods and just try to be full on. Oh, do we want to go 5-color? 5-color artifacts? The fixing's got to be great in artifact set, right? So maybe we just try to play all the cool artifacts. It's either that or Volt Surge. I don't want to be aggro though. Aggro sounds boring. You know, I'm gonna take Weirding Wood. 5-color artifact pile. Here we maybe come. Ooh, Ornithopter of Paradise. You don't want me to do a backflip. That would go horribly wrong. That would go horribly wrong. Recommission. Reanimate a 3-mana value or less artifact. Mortipod. Mortipod is a cool card. When you take another Weirding Wood, just go all in on it. I kind of want to just take another Weirding Wood. So when it ETBs, we get a clue. It fixes our mana. Let's do it. We're taking it. We're just, I mean, we're going all in. We're going all in. We're 5-color. Get the fixing. We can draft literally anything we want from the rest of our packs. Winter Malant. Good to see ya. Welcome back for the 41st month. Big Super J, thank you. Chrome Prowler. When ETBs tap target creature opponent controls, drowned in Ichor. So we do need removal. This is only single black. We could take Razortide Bridge. I feel like the artifact lands are probably pretty good in this set. Or in this draft. I think it's either drowned or the bridge. Oh wait, it proliferates our Karn. All right, we're gonna take the drown. Let's do it. So I'm trying to figure out why the Commander Clash podcast isn't up yet. So normally Richard puts a podcast up. I haven't seen him yet this morning, and I didn't realize it wasn't up until right when I was going live for the stream. So I couldn't do all this stuff to put it live. So I'm expecting it's about to go live at any time. If it does not go live when we finish the stream, I will put it live. Oh, another eye. Razortide Bridge. Oh, this is our first pack, isn't it? Creatures get +2/+0. We want bombs. Is this a bomb? 2 less cast of bargain. Trample ETB in 3 life. Yeah, let's take it. Let's take the Goliath. Oh, another one? How many Weirding Woods can we... I mean, they make a clue, Can we just play all of these? Do we just take every one of them? Is 3 Weirding Woods insane? Should we not be doing this? Chat, talk me out of it. Talk me out of it. If we take 3 of them, then we can do whatever we want for the rest of the draft. We're going to take it. We are ooh. Invigorating Hot Springs. I don't know if we're aggro enough for that. We just want bombs. When artifact ETBs, it grows. Proliferate, put a counter on something for your Twitch Stalker. ETBs make a food. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or creature. Oh, that's probably good in this set, actually. Everyone's gonna have artifacts. This is probably just like real removal. Yeah, let's take the spider food. Tangled Blue Bridge is good. Candy Trail's fine. Servant of the Scale don't want. Gain control of target artifact or creature, untap it. Create a Power Stone. And let's just take the land. Hey, what's up, Mr. Stafford? How are you? Good to see ya. Did I see the new loot card? Yeah, we were just talking. We were just talking about it. What do you think of that card? Can the card, like, I don't think it can see tutor for a mirror. We'll just take the artifact land. It does make green. Green artifact lands are really good because they're going to help us play our Weirding Woods, which will let us play everything else. What do you think of loot? Will you build a deck around it? I was wondering, so if you're a commander player, hey, what's up, Kamigawa boy? How are you? Good to see ya. Welcome to the stream. So, what commander from the set, I'll take another green artifact. People are not valuing these artifact lands, like, at all. Like, literally at all. People they gotta be great in this set. Archbound Slasher, sure. We might actually end up playing that. All right, bombs. We just want bombs. What do we get from this pack? Our rare is Lion Sash. I don't think I would consider that a bomb. Reality Heist. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Reveal 2 artifact cards, blah, blah, blah. Essence Extraction, Removal. Sunder Shaman is probably kind of ridiculous. 5 mana, 4/4. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. When it deals combat damage, will open artifact or enchantment. Our deck with so much fixing should be able to cast it. We have a lot of fixing. Our fixing's doing pretty well. I'm at this point, like, we will pick up more fixing. I don't know if we have to snap off map here. I really want to get some power. I feel like, yeah, Surgical's huge. That card I think is going to have a big impact on Arena. We're going to take the Shaman because I think it's a strong card. I'm worried that we're not going to have enough power in our deck. That's my current fear. I think our fixing is really good. We could use more removal, but we just want more. We need more, like, oomph. We need some bombs. We need some bombs. Are you going to do a spoiler video on High Noon or Dust Animus? So Dust Animus will probably be in today's video. High Noon, did we not talk about that card? Well, maybe I'm going to have to add High Noon to today's video too. I guess I just missed that one. I didn't even realize that we didn't talk about it because that one's been spoiled for a while. So I just totally missed it. So maybe I'll try to add that one to today's video too. Yeah, all right. Let's take the removal. Could use some card draw too. We haven't really gotten any card draw. We have lots of fixing. Enthusiast Mechanaut, a little bit of ramp. Chromatic Star, I guess, kind of draws a card. When it ETBs, if you control an artifact, tap target artifact or creature, put a stun counter on it, make a food, sack a food, pump, epic confrontation, for Mirrodin. Ooh, additional cost to cast a spell, sack an artifact, or discard a card to draw 2 cards. That's not great card draw. I guess we can take Cold Steelheart. A little more ramp, a little more fixing. Apparently not. I thought we talked about it, but I very well could. Ooh, okay, Mirror Enforcer. That's kind of bomby. Filgry Attendant, that's kind of bomby. Bake into a Pie is removal. 3/2 flying when it ETBs investigate twice. That might actually just be better than Mirror Enforcer, actually. Mirror Enforcer is just a 4/4 ground creature. This makes 2 clues. Maybe if we get enough clues, that's kind of like drawing cards. Let's make some clues. I don't think I can get in the April Fool's event. I'm pretty sure it's ended. Did I pick up the pet rock? No, I probably should have. It is kind of funny. Yeah, so all the cards, so Surgical on Arena, so Wizards has confirmed that all the cards on the special sheets of this set will be coming to Arena. So if you see any of the, like, breaking news cards or big scorecards, all the special prints, they're all coming. So Surgical on Arena for the first time, which I think is big for Timeless in specific. ETBs with their counter, move a counter, deal a damage. Metallic Rebuke's fine. Volt Surge is also fine. Yeah, let's take Volt Surge. Wait, what is the... Did I miss an April Fool's event? What is the April Fool's event? I saw an event earlier, but it said it ended at 11 a.m. Maybe that's when signups ended, but if you're in the event, you can finish playing it. When you cast a spell other than your first spell of turn, put a counter at 3 mana 2/2 Menace. That's not horrible. Vengeful Rebel. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's take the Rebel. We have enough clues and so forth that we should be able to revolt it pretty easily. Oh, you're actually playing with golden packs. That's cool. Foundry Screecher. War Sparks. Epic Confrontation. Captured by Lagax. Yeah, let's take the Welding Sparks. Now, let's take the Bridge, probably. How bad are we on creatures? Are we, like, super light on creatures? Oh, there's another Renegade map. Or just a bridge. Yeah, let's take the map. I feel like we're light on creatures. How do I see my deck stats? Creatures 6. Yes, we are very light on creatures. All right, so we gotta get some creatures. We need to get some creatures in the last pack, ideally. I don't know if we can play this Mechanaut. I think our curve, yeah, we wouldn't mind filling out the lower end of the curve a little bit, although... Well, okay, Scallywag's a creature. Although we are kind of like, ooh, Lodestone Golem. Lodestone Golem's actually kind of, well, it might be bad in this draft. But it is a annoying card to play against for a lot of decks. It is a 5/3 for 4. I guess we have a lot of non-artifacts. Plain Onslaught, Cast Down. Saren Steelseeker is actually a pretty good 2-drop. As Artifacts ETB, we just get to snag lands. Citizen's Arrest also good. Could take another Slasher. Maybe we're trying to win with modular creatures. I feel like our deck can do a lot of ramping, but how do we win? How do we win with it? What is our actual plan for winning the game? That's going to come back. Let's take the Cast Down. Experimental Confectioner. When ATBs make a food, when you sack a food, make a rat. I guess that's flavorful. I don't know what we do with that. What does this do? ETBs with 2 counters. When a creature you control with a counter on it dies, put a counter on it. Move a counter onto a creature. I mean, I guess we can just take the Mirror Enforcer now. On the job. Death Touch. Deals combat damage, make a food. Another Volt Surge. We're getting a lot of removal, though. Yeah, let's take the Mirror Enforcer. Ooh, Phyrexia. Oh, Tough Cookie. Tough Cookie's a bomb. Tough Cookie is a bomb, I think. Yeah, Lodestone's probably bad in this format. I think it's good in a lot of formats, but if everyone's playing artifact decks, it's probably bad. Tough Cookie, I think, is really good. Hey, Zeth, when you draft, do you follow bread or do you just do what feels good? What do you think about? Ooh, wait. Oh, it's like a Panharmonicon. It's a clue Panharmonicon. And our deck makes clues. This might be better, though. Draw 2, discard a card. Do we make enough? How many things do we have that make clues? Do we have enough? It's mostly just the Weirding Woods and the Wave Sifter. It is a 2-drop. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We cannot pass a Panharmonicon. Hey, what's up, Duca buddy? No notification for... I don't know why Twitch is so bad at that sometimes. So what do I think? Ooh, Cleanup Crew. Blow up an artifact, blow up an enchantment. Yeah, we ramp. We're going to take Cleanup Crew. So the bread acronym is a way to think about drafting. Basically, it's bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, and then I think duds is the last one. Just like anything else that fills out your deck. So it's basically if you're, oh wait, that's a Wicked Wolf. We'll take a Wicked Wolf. Basically, if you're new to drafting, it's an easy way that you can, Tezzeret's Touch is kind of spicy. This kills most things. This makes a food, which is kind of relevant with the wolf. We'll take the removal. I feel like our deck might be good. Our deck might be Welding Sparks too. I think our deck might actually be really good. Wow, Steel Shaper came back? What are these? Do these people not know it's an artifact set? It's an artifact set. Why are they not drafting artifacts? Oh, maybe it's dudes. That would also make some sense. that actually makes more sense than duds. But then I guess you could add another D for duds. But basically, do I think about that when I'm drafting? Not really. Honestly, whenever I play Magic, I think, how do I do something cool? That's kind of my go-to. Do we not have a full deck? Oh, I guess we haven't added any basics. Well, this deck's going to be interesting to put together. This deck. All right, chat, how good do you think this deck is? How good is this deck? So we have 1 million lands right now. Wait, we only have 17? So we need to cut 8 cards. So, all right, how do we think about this? Ramp removal. We want ramp and removal for sure. So this is removal. This is ramp. Removal. We actually have a pretty decent amount of removal here. Removal. Also removal. Ramp and fixing. For bombs, we have what? This. Card draw. Karn. Thunder Shaman. Wicked Wolf. We're not going to play Sibling Rivalry. I don't think we need that. I almost don't even know if we want Renegade Map. Do we even need Renegade Map? White seems like an easy cut. So remember, we have 3 Weirding Woods. So our thinking is we can kind of play any colors we want because Weirding Woods is going to fix our mana. We also have the Renegade Map, which helps. We could cut the Citizen's Arrest. We probably have enough removal without it, right? So there's probably no reason to be 5 colors for that 1 card. Map is any basic land. I could see cutting it, though. How many things make clues? So these make clues. I'm not even sure about this Mechanaut. I don't know if this Mechanaut... It's going to be hard to cast. Like, I don't know how we cast this on turn 2. We're not going to have blue and red, most likely. I think we can cut the map, probably. How many creatures do we have? Do we need to keep, like, every creature? 15 creatures, so we probably can't really cut many creatures. We maybe cut, like, a creature. I think we cut the Mechanaut. I just don't think we're going to be able to cast it on time in this deck, because we're going to have so much green mana. Green and red are kind of our base colors, and then blue and black are the splashes. Obsessive Thinner. ETBs put a counter on a creature. Oh, yeah, we don't actually want that either. I think we can go down the map, maybe. Oh, what else do we cut, chat? What else do we cut? Yeah, Mechanaut, if it was green or like Simic, it would be really good. Maybe we don't need all the spider foods. Maybe we play 1 spider food. Although I do like that it makes a food for our Wicked Wolf, which is relevant. Like, without a food, Wicked Wolf becomes a little bit harder. What if you take out all the blue? So our blue is just, I really want the Wave Sifter. I don't think I'm cutting Wave Sifter. All right, how many ways? Okay, how many clues do we make? This makes a clue, this makes a clue. Like, can we play clue Panharmonicon, or is that just asking for things? Yeah, maybe we can't. It is a 1-3. We have 4 ways that make a clue. I mean, if we double up 1 clue with it, it's probably... Yeah, Wicked Wolf is so good in Standard. Hey, Seth, you said Mono Green deck and Standard aren't the best. How can you fix them? Vengeful Revel is Revolt. When ETB's creature gets -3/-3. So we can take a food or a clue or whatever and be able to just snipe something. Yeah, I don't think we're going to cut blue altogether. Remember, Weirding Woods. The whole point of this deck, in taking all the lands in the Weirding Woods, is we'd be able to not worry about colors. So we're going to stick to that plan. We're going to be base green, but in theory, we should be able to cast whatever we want to. We'll see if it works out. If it actually works out the way that we're thinking. We'll go down 1 spider food. How good is Welding Sparks? X damage to a creature where 3 plus the number of artifacts you control. So it's going to deal... We have a decent amount of artifacts. You got an ad in Spanish? What are the chances? So I think the issue with green in standard. Yeah, the big score spoiler stream's coming up in like an hour. Is Mindbreak Trap a great sideboard card for Timeless? It's a great sideboard card to exist for Timeless. So its primary job is to hate on Storm decks, and it's really good at hating on Storm decks. Very, 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 very good at doing that job. I was trying to figure out if there was any way it would be good enough against... All right. I was trying to figure out if there was any way it would be good enough against... Yeah, maybe we try this. That's like... Our curve isn't that bad. We're a little light in the early drops. If someone's super aggro, we might just get run over. But we have a lot of removal. 12 creatures. Should probably take out the Thornling and Rustveil. So this adds red-white. Yeah, we can cut that. Thornling Bridge. It is green. It is tapped. It helps with affinity. It helps. I think we're actually going to keep the green white ones. It does help with our affinity stuff, which I think is worth it. 5 mountains is a big number. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, go down a swamp, go down an island. Go up a forest. I think we need to go up a forest. And what do we need swamps for? Let's go up 2 forests. We really got to have green. All right, boom, run it. Run. Actually, we might even be able to cut. We might even be able to cut one more mountain. Do we cut one more mountain? So we have 7 red sources, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? Yeah, let's go plus 1 more forest. We just really, the way we lose the easiest is not having green mana. Green mana gives us all of our fixing. Dryce, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The one that I'm most excited about, actually, for fighting against Show and Tell is probably Surgical. Surgical, a lot of people don't think of it this way, but the right way to think about Surgical Extraction is not so much as graveyard hate, even though it can work as graveyard hate in some situations. But the way to think about Surgical is combo hate. So I'm actually very excited about the possibility, and it's probably going to be at its best in a mill deck. But if you can get like the Show and Tell or the Omniscience in your opponent's graveyard, Thoughtseize them or mill them, then you just Surgical it and you don't have to worry about it the whole time. Mindbreak Trap, I'm glad it exists in Timeless because there's a lot of pieces to make a Storm deck a thing. Like, we've seen Storm be a thing. It's a thing that people have played. It's not like tip-top tier, but it is a very good deck. So I think that that's going to be key to have that, because I could imagine Storm Show and Telling at some point. Like, it's not what is this? Pirates at? I could imagine Storm ending up like a Show and Tell deck where it becomes the best deck in the format, and then having Mindbreak Trap is an option to fight it is going to be really, really big. Yes, we will reveal the artifact land. Saren Steel Shaper can pop off. This card just generates so much. It doesn't look like much, but it generates so much value. Opponent. Gonna do a little scrying. Well, we might have to kill that at some point. Oh yes, Cowboy Seth will be back. Don't you worry about that. This is 5 mana if we barg. Wait. This is just 5 mana or 5 mana if we bargain it? Bargain. The spell cost. I'm actually confused. Can we just... Oh, why is it showing? Oh, that's the only cost we could possibly pay, I guess, is why it's doing it that way. All right. Well, let's just play this bridge. We'll grab the mountain. And I think we just pass and kill things. Pass and kill things. Welding Spark seems really good with these artifact lands. Yeah, the cowboy hat will return. I don't know. Should I do it every? I'm worried that if I do it too often, it'll lose its charm, whatever charm it has. So I was thinking like next Wednesday's early access day. Probably got to do the cowboy thing for that. About it. Gonna go attacking. We are going to kill your thing. Threat 1 down. About it passes. Ooh, Vengeful Rebel. So we can crack the clue, kill the glint sleeve. Yeah, let's do that. So let's crack the clue to draw a card. Oh, Bezzy! Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Thank ya. Kill that. Play the mountain. Hit you with the steel shaker. And this is going so good so far. I don't know what to do for Bloomborough. What do we do for Bloomborough? I don't know if I can dress up in an animal costume. The cowboy hat's one thing. Or like the horror hat. What do you do for Duskmorn? That's what I worry about with the cowboy hat. Is I feel like I've priced myself into doing this for future spoiler seasons. And I can pull the cowboy hat's one thing. It kind of works with the beard and you let the hair down. That kind of works. Bunny ears. Okay, bunny ears. I could probably do bunny ears. I don't think I could do a full furry suit. That might be maybe Krim. Maybe we'll get Krim to do that. Maybe I will pitch that to dear old Krim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's just cast it. We're not even gonna bargain it. Sure. How about a 6/6 and gain some life and hit you with the rebel? Opponent's only got 2 cards in hand. We got the 6/6. We got Mirror Enforcer in hand. We got the Hamlet Goliath. Ooh, a Duster. Reminds me of Always Sunny. About it, Scooby-Doo hair. I actually played, actually, I'm probably spoiling an upcoming Commander Clash. Have any of you played the Scooby-Doo card? Sophia, Dogged Detective. Ooh, if I could get Bear to do it, that would be the best. This card's actually super sweet. I know it's like, it is actually, that's the thing, like, even in-universe cards are kind of universes beyond now, because this is so obviously Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. Like, so obviously. But, it's actually a pretty sweet commander. I was impressed. What do we do here? I played against someone within Chicago, and it looked sweet, and it made me want to build the deck. Let's Slasher with haste. Trigger the Steel Seeker. Yeah, we'll keep the Weirding Woods. Why not? Play the Scallywag. Play the Mountain. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Yeah, I guess I do have pets. Maybe the pets are the way to do Bloomborough. If I could train Bear how to read spoilers, my life would be so easy. Best colors for this draft. I honestly don't know. This is my first draft of this set, so I really don't have a very clear idea on the best colors of it. We're 5 colors. I will say, based on the one draft we've done so far, it does seem like it's very easy to get fixing. Between having a dual land in every pack, artifact-based fixing, and the green fixing, being 5 colors seems very reasonable. What is Remix Draft? I'm most surprised you didn't talk about Slick Shot Lock Picker. What is Slick Shot Lock Picker? Hang on, let me read this card. Slick Shot Lock Picker. Oh, maybe I overlooked it. Slick Shot Lock Picker. When EDBs targets the sorcerer, your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. Flashback card equal to his mana cost. Plot for 3. Oh, all right. So it's like a bad Snapcaster, but I guess the plot thing is cool. You can set up a tournament. It's like sorcery speed, kind of expensive Snapcaster. That is kind of neat though. The thing I like about it, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with how they I'm really impressed with how they managed to do this, do the design. Really impressed in how they managed to do the design on this set. Yeah, I guess we keep that. Go to combat, swing, and I guess you can't swing. Swing with those two. Opponent. Are we going to do some blocking? A little bit. Down to 8. I mean, we should have this. But I was surprised with how well plot looks. Like, that was the mechanic I was most skeptical of, but it actually looks like it's going to play in a really fun way. So I'm actually really hyped about just the look of the plot mechanic, because this is a good example, right? Like, this is a good example of a card where plot actually matters, because you can plot it and then you'll be able to flashback something more expensive that you wouldn't have mana for if you were just casting it. So almost every plot card, there is some sort of reward for plotting a card. Ooh. Oh god, we can get back our Goliath. Oh, that's so brutal for our opponent. Oh, this turn is going to go really bad for them. Let's blow up this. Get a food. Get back our Goliath. We are just trampling over our opponent here. Gain some life. Can Cheerios be revived? I have not. Maybe. There are some pieces for Cheerios. Yeah, we'll keep that. And then let's drown you, pirate hat wearer. And add a counter to you. We're just gonna we're gonna go for the win. Kill it. No, we're not gonna second artifact. And opponent. Done. Let me see your Cheerios deck, Trace. So chat, what is your hype level for this set? Ooh, Cheerios with a Satoru, eh? That does look spicy. That definitely looks spicy. So if you can stack up Satoru, you can chain together a bunch of free things. Aren't we gonna fizzle though? I feel like we're gonna fizzle. Is there enough? So I guess you probably want 2 Satoru Haruspex effects. If you can get 2 of them, that's probably enough draw that you can draw through the deck and find the Mox Ambers. That is super cool. Still lower than... Okay, so my question really is, how has it changed as we've seen spoiler season? Because we talked about it pre-spoiler season, and there was a lot of people in the middle. A lot of people were like 4, 5, 6. Like, that was the pre-spoiler season, I think, level of hype from the chat. I'm curious about how it's changed now that we've seen a big chunk of the set. First set to get me back in since AFR. Ooh, that's a good sign. If it's getting you back into Magic, that's a good sign. Really? So Fence Post, what made your hype level drop from spoilers? Is it the cards? The flavor? There are some really good reprints. Well, let's keep playing some bridges. Could you imagine? You know what they should have done? There should be one stack in this draft. It should be... Oh, if you counter this, we're going to be so sad. There should be one, like, everyone plays artifacts, but then white's like all Stony Silences. All Stony Silences and Null Rods. Just so you can absolutely host someone for no reason. ETB's target creature gets... Okay, whatever. Let's play this. We can wave... I guess we just... Oh, they have a counter. I am very confident they have a counter. Let's just play this Scallywag. Let's do it this way. Let's play Scallywag. Crack the clue to draw a card. Pass the turn. So what do you think about big score? So that's the big focus of the day, is big score. Huh. Wait, shouldn't we have got a treasure? Oh, right. Tokens don't work with Descend? Tokens don't work with Descend. I'm actually hyped about Cactus People too. They're just cool. I mean, we talked about that. That was my little rant at the beginning. The big downside of Big Score is for arena players, it is a wild card drain, making everything mythic. Yeah, that is a feels bad. I totally agree with that. That is very true. Well, 1, 2, 3. Let's Weirding Woods. And then go to combat, attack. If our opponent crews, we're just gonna kill it. All right, that makes it easy. So opponent crews, kill it. Get rid of that big vehicle. Yeah, so Welding Spark seems really good in this format. What happened to the uncommons and rares? So okay, here is how I understand this set. So this is 4/4 Haster, the Mike Arnold for the 88th month. Mike, you are actually in the lead as far as longest subscriber to the channel at the moment, I believe. 88 months, 1 year away from a 100-month resub, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. We're gonna actually play the Thunder Shaman, I think. Thunder Shaman against an artifact deck's very scary. So here's my understanding of Big Score. Here's the story as far as I know it. So Wizards is like, hey, we got this brilliant idea. We're gonna make these mini sets. People are gonna love them. We'll sell them in 5-card packs for full price. What could possibly go wrong? They tried it a year ago. Everyone was like, Watsy, what are you doing? We're not going to pay full price for 5-card packs. Y'all are crazy. So no one bought it. It flopped really hard. As a result, Watsy, who had planned to make an aftermath for Outlaws at Thunder Junction, freaked out and was like, oh no, we can't do this. What we're going to do is we're going to just move it into the main set. And that's what Big Score is. Let's get rid of that slasher. Grows the dork, pass the turn. I wish we could get in with this Thunder Shaman. I think we might have, it might have been a better way of doing that. We might have needed to let them block the Thunder Shaman and then kill the thing they went to put the counters on. Really? Really? Okay, we'll take the 6, I guess. Getting in there, obliterating both the Wave Sifter. I mean, your bigger problem is this Thunder Shaman. Pirate. Makes treasure, opponent passes. Well, let's crack a clue. So Wizards, they were full price. I stopped mid-story. So they were full priced. Everyone freaked out. It was not good. Ooh, we gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. Kill the pirate. Go to combat. Get in with the shaman. Oh, opponent's going to jump to stay alive. About it. Chubs. Well, crack the clue. Play the tap land. Oh, we needed one removal spell. This Cogwork Wrestler's big. It is big. So they moved it into the main set. But it was going to be 50 cards. It was supposed to be 50 cards. They cut it down to 30 cards. Jace moved into, oh, that is not a legend, is it? That is not a legend. It is not. Well, okay. Kill you. Cogwork Wrestler, please. Ooh. It's dead. Combat. Attack. Hit ya. Blow up your treasure. Mirror Enforcer. Go. Opponent. Hey, what's up, Lucid? How are you? So the thing that is a bummer about this whole situation, for Arena in specific, is Aftermath was uncommons and rares and mythics. Uncommons and rares and mythics. So there is good news in this. So I will say Wizards, credit for changing cores on a 1-year clock, which for Wizards is very fast, and putting the cards in normal boosters in paper is way more player friendly, right? They're essentially giving us Aftermath for free. But like, we get the cards for free. All you gotta do is open normal booster packs and you will get the big score cards. So it's like Aftermath, but instead of charging us full price for 5-card packs, they're just like, you know what? We'll just put them in the packs. You get them as a bonus. So I think this is way more player friendly in paper. The thing that I dislike about it is they bumped everything to Mythic. And then that's going to make it really rough on Arena. Because now if you want these cards, unless you're someone who drafts a lot, you're going to have to actually buy these with Mythic Wild cards. So it's going to make Standard on Arena more expensive for players. You'd rather have a separate set. Interesting. So Lord Boys, how was what did you think of Aftermath last year? Because I think that's the issue. Like, a separate set, but Wizards drops the price to compensate, or like it's a full set, or really, it's always weird to me that free-to-play players, they're always saying that Mythic wildcards are not the problem. Rare wildcards are the problem. As someone who pays money for Arena, I'm the opposite. I have always way more rare wildcards than I could ever possibly use, but Mythic wildcards, always a problem. Always having a hard time getting those last mythics. Well, it's just tough cookie. Get down the cooks. Make food, and yeah, I guess we gotta keep that actually. Keep the weirding wood. Hit you for 1. Pass the turn. Playing Timeless, the mythics are so important. That is true. I mean, and we also have, this is just going to be an expensive set on Arena, because even on top of all the extra big scorecards, we also have all the, or on top of all the big scorecards, we also have all the breaking news cards, and a decent chunk of those are going to be relevant if you're a Timeless player or a Historic player, and those are going to be mostly higher rarity cards as well. Ooh, well, I mean, we probably gotta keep the Sundering Shaman. How do we deal with this Serpent, though? So if we go to combat and attack, our opponent blocks, so we can kill it. But if they crew the vehicle, it's a lot worse. All right, let's just play the Scallywag. We might have to take a Serpent hit here, unfortunately. Do we know if Mana Drain is coming to Arena? Yes. So Wizards confirmed every single card. Big score, breaking news. If you see it on the spoiler page, it is coming to Arena. No replacements. They're not excluding anything. There is a possibility that maybe something gets banned in a format. Like, I am not convinced that Mana Drain is going to be legal in Historic. I don't even know if Mana Drain should be legal in Timeless. I'm a little worried. That's one that, what do you think about Mana Drain? What do you think about Mana Drain in Timeless? Mana Drain is a card that's banned pretty much across formats. Banned in Legacy, not in Modern. Okay, they did not confirm that Commander Precons were coming to Arena, so maybe I should have said that in a different way. All the cards in the main set, all the big score cards, all the special treatment cards, the breaking news cards, all of those, I believe the face commanders are coming to Arena, but they did not confirm that all the Commander Precons will also be coming to Arena. I don't know why they don't start releasing more Commander cards to Arena. It is very, very strange that they don't. It seems so obvious that they should. Ah, boy. What do we do now? They're going to flash something in and get us. If we can just get rid of this Gear Serpent, life becomes pretty good. Crack Sack. Well, let's play the Slasher. Are you holding a counter spell? Oh, they actually are holding a counter spell. All right, opponent. Metallic Rebuke it. Defabricate. Okay, opponent defabricates it. Well. Attack. This is so awkward. Yeah, I'll do a little attacking. Head you down to 6. I mean, opponent's got 1 card in hand. They got 1 card in hand. You still need a chance to play VRAN. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why they don't add all the... Opponent's got some big creatures. I don't know why they don't add all the special sheet cards. Or all the commander cards to Arena. It is so strange to me that they don't. Opponent getting in. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're completely tapped out. Oh, we have so much removal, but our removal is just not able to kill these things. They have too much toughness. Well, all right. Thornling Bridge. Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right, let's keep the Karn. Let's go to combat. Let's hit our opponent with the Scallywag. I don't think they're gonna block, but if they do, that'd be sweet. Wow. Okay, opponent does block. Okay. Well, then we get to Vengeful Rebel to kill the Fen Hauler. Okay, we're staying alive. We're staying alive. Hey, what's up, Turnkar? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Pass the turn. Can Karn save us? Opponent blocked because their name is Pizza Blunt 420. That might be true. That might actually be true. Yeah, I was thinking about this today. What is the best card from the set to teach Arena Zoomers about? I think Mindslaver is probably the leader as far as the reprints. Mindslaver is probably the best as far as teaching Arena Zoomers. Juggle the Performance is Alchemy card, so Arena only, but it specifically says a player on the right. Does that mean something is coming? Right. I mean, it could mean something is coming. It could also just be that they are future proofing, essentially. Like, so in case something does come eventually, it'll be set for it. I'm not really expecting. I'm not expecting much in the near future. Opponent getting in with the suit. Are you attacking with the Serpent? Huh. So if we block the Serpent, we lose all of our stuff. Oh, we need to find a removal spell. 1, 2. All right, I think what we do is we block here, kill the suit, take 5. How long until the stream? About a half hour. I believe a half hour. It's not going yet, right? Y'all would have told me if it was. I believe it's at 1. Yeah. So not going yet. Half hour. Half hour to go, I believe. Can you drown an Ichor then block? Yeah. The only problem is. Drown is sorcery. So we can attack and then use it, but we can't really block and then use it. So I think we play Karn. We take up card. We basically just need a removal spell. We basically just need a removal spell that can kill this Serpent and we're good. Weirding Wood, Slagwood Bridge. What are you giving us, opponent? What are you giving us? Slagwood Bridge. Okay, play the bridge. Snag the land. Kill the Salvager. Add a counter to the Karn. Pass the turn. The other issue is they can pay to make this unblockable. So if we don't find a removal spell soon, they can just start making it unblockable and kill us that way. Oh, this is close. We're either going to stabilize and run away with this game or they're going to beat us. About it. We'll be talking yeah, so we're going to watch the big score previews. Once they start talking limited archetypes, we will probably not watch that because I got to do the spoiler video for the YouTubes. Well, if they're doing it that way, we'll just double block here. But we will watch all the spoiler stuff because I'm actually really hyped about Big Score. I just realized if they designed this set with Shieldred in mind, does that mean that for Standard, Wizards is learning how to adjust to the meta faster, or do you think it's pure luck that Shieldred is a heavily played card? I mean, I think they designed Shieldred to be a chase card. I think they wanted Shieldred to be a chase card. I don't know if... Oh, another Fen Hauler. I don't think they necessarily wanted it to be as heavily played as it ended up being. This is an awkward position now. Well, let's, can we do it with a Karnstruct? What if we make a Karnstruct? Okay, let's make a Karnstruct.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous.
Play a Weirding Wood on a forest. And then Wave Sifter. Wow, that is an 8/8. Play the forest. That is an 8/8. That is big enough to stop our opponent's onslaught. Hopefully. Opponent. If we can kill this Gear Serpent, this ended up being a really close, interesting game. Oh, it's the Construct token the card makes. The Karnstruct's just a nickname. All right, opponent's gonna make it unblockable. Are we going Karn? Or are we going face? Face. Well, that means we have to chump here. Hey, Zeth, do you have a favorite artwork? Oh, Rebel Salvo. Interesting. Wow. The joins up enchantments, I think, are my favorite, at least some of my favorite artwork. Wiley Beckett, just the art they make is so sweet. Some of my favorite, one of my new favorite artists, I think, Wiley. So that's one of my favorites. There's also one, I don't remember the card. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, there it is. There's like a character on top and then the mirror image below. Pillage the Bog. I don't even know how good of a card it's going to be, but I like the image on that one too. It's just a cool looking card. What's your favorite artwork from the set, chat? All right, so let's tick this up. We're at 3. Tick it up.
How convenient.
Big money. Cast down Spider Food. Spider Food doesn't really do it, although a food token is relevant. So it kind of does sort of do it, as far as keeping us alive for a turn. So we can Spider Food this. Rebel Salvo this. Go to combat, hit you for 9. And then we can crack the food to go to 1. Hold, opponent, combat. You might be in trouble. You might be in trouble, opponent. Going face, sag the food. Up to 6. Yes. Oh, this spider food. Oh, that spider food. Opponent hits us to 1. Are you dead? Do you have something? They're thinking Pizza Blunt. Settle down, Pizza Blunt 420. So settle down. I don't think stifle. Oh, if we get stifled here, that would be so sweet. I'm gonna be brutal, but respect. We drop to 1. Not dead yet. And we can get the cast down with the Karn to kill the Gear Serpent. Hey, what's up, Stone Raid? How are you? What? I don't even know what a Pizza Blunt is. Those words don't make sense together. Oh, yeah, the Mindbreak Trap was a really good reprint. Well, okay, we are going to very quickly here snap off this. Cast down. And now we're going to go to combat. We're going to attempt to kill you. Although this isn't going to work either because our opponent can do the same thing with the food. So we're going to be just short of actually killing them. About it. Okay, they're going to kill it. That's fine. Opponent kills it. Well, we will also kill it. And play the Thunder Shaman. And crack a clue. Oh, wait, we got a new spoiler? Okay, we're going to look at it right now. Play land past the turn. Oh, we got to see this. Oh, I'm so hyped for this set. I'm so hyped for this set. All right, new spoiler. Lotus Ring. How? Oh, we're at 1, and that's a Vault Scourge. Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. How do we beat a Vault Scourge? Well, this ended up being a very interesting game of Limited in the end. Well, let's crack a clue. That's not going to help us. Crack a clue. Oh, that's also not going to help us. Oh no. After all this, are we fading and fizzling? Let's tick up card.
Good choice.
Oh, there's the welding sparks. There's the welding sparks we needed. Oh, yeah, that's not till next turn. Well, go to combat, attack you. Opponent's got a block. Or should block. All right, blocks with the Infiltrator. Well, we get one more draw. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was close. Wow. The very last straw. And opponent, land. Food puts them up just high enough to not die. What a wild game of Limited. Hit ya. Down to 1. Boom, blow up your indestructible land. And I think we're just going to grab the removal spell just to make super sure there's not like a haste creature that can kill us or something. And I think we got there. Good God, that game of Limited. All right, let's look at this card. Lotus Ring. 3 mana indestructible. Equipment. Equipped creature has +3/+3. Vigilance. And sack this creature, add 3 mana of any color. Equip for 3. Huh. Sack this creature. So by itself... Actually, is this card busted or horrible? I'm very torn. I don't know if this is like the most broken card I've seen or like just like completely unplayable card. So by itself, you got to pay 3 to cast it. Then you have to pay 3 to equip it. And then you can sack the creature that it is equipped to, if it's not summoning sick, to make 3 mana. Well, it's not really a free sack outlet, right? Because you have to equip it for 3 mana. That was my first thought too, is like Pure Steel Paladin. If you can equip this for free, then you could probably combo off with it. Like if you have a Pure Steel and a bunch of dorks, and you can just be like free equip, sack you, make 3, free equip, sack you, make 3. You got to be able to do something for that. How do you go infinite with it? Is there a way to go infinite? I guess like Gravecrawler loops, maybe. No, that doesn't even work. You put it on Gravecrawler, sack it for 3, 1 to recast, 3 to re-equip. You'd still need some sort of cost reduction on the equipping. It's nice that it is indestructible. Although it would be much better if it also made the creature indestructible. Is there a card that does a damage for one of your creatures dying? There's tons of like Blood Artist effects that drain for 1. So yeah, if you need a damage from a creature dying, there are many of those cards. So that's easy to find. How do you go infinite with it though? Like that would be a nice little value loop. Yeah, I don't know if it's good in standard. Would you play this in a commander equipment deck? Like that's kind of the baseline. Like it's 2024. A lot of cards are designed for Commander. If it's not standard playable and it's not playable in Commander, then you kind of have a whiff. This card, I think there's combo potential in 60 card formats, but I don't think you just play it for value. There's no way you're playing Modern in like Stoneforge, get my Lotus Ring. I just can't see that happening. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe some sort of Pure Steel Paladin, like free equip combo. I could see that developing where this is like a combo piece. In Commander, I mean, +3/+3 in Vigilance isn't nothing. Like, that's not nothing. That's still fine. Forensic Gadgeteer. +2 Lotus Rings and Gravecrawler. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of spicy. That's kind of, I can get behind that. Interesting card. I mean, it's definitely a very interesting equipment. We've never seen an equipment that's like this. That is a pretty sweet ring. Yeah, I don't know. That one's I'm going to go with combo potential, but probably not good in a generic sense. Like, there will be decks that find a way to combo with it, but otherwise, I don't think you just play it in a generic deck. The rest. So, what is the power level of this big score set? Bog score. So these are the cards we've seen before from the set. I don't know. So I think the theme of this, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that the theme of this is they do all the criming, right? And this is their big score. This is their payoff. They like open up the vault that they stole, and this is what they get. I don't know how they end up with a dinosaur. Like, I get there's this artifact theme. That makes sense. There's a bunch of artifacts in the vault. I don't know about this Ultic Matter Weaver. What's he doing in the vault? I guess he makes artifact tokens, but still, like, why? He's hanging out with the Furby in the vault. And what about Vaultborn Tyrant? How does it even fit in the vault? How big is this vault that it has a whole horde of dinosaurs in it? So that part kind of confuses me. Maybe it's like alternate endings. Maybe that's what they're doing. Like, they open the vault and like one time it's like, hey, it's this cool Lotus Ring. That's pretty sweet. You open the vault, it's like transmutation font. Okay, that's cool, I guess. You open the vault, oh my god, it's a dinosaur. And then the real ending is the Furby, right? The gremlin. It's like, did you watch Matt Pat's like final video signing off from Game Theory with all the alternate endings? That is Outlaws at Thunder Junction, big score. I think the power level big score is relatively high, though. I think this sword is exciting. Ultic Matter Weaver seems pretty strong. The other thing I'm curious about, are these cards going to be more expensive than normal cards? Like, how rare are these cards going to be in paper? So I believe that every 5 packs, you open a list card. The list is mostly big score cards, but also special guest cards, I believe. So that means there's 30 of them every 5 packs. So that would be, 150 packs to open one of each? Probably more than that because of the special guest. So 40 of them. Oh no, my brain. So 40 of them every 5 packs. That would be 200 packs to open all of them. So it'd be 5-ish boxes, 6-ish boxes. How many would it take to open every mythic? I think they're slightly more rare. than a normal mythic. I don't think they're like a huge amount rarer than a normal mythic, but I think they're slightly more rare than a normal mythic. The Tyrant also looks like Itali. Yeah, it kind of does. Although, like, dinosaurs kind of look the same sometimes. But yeah, it does look a little Itali-ish. Also, like, Torpor Orb. When I first saw Torpor Orb at Mythic, I was kind of like, I don't know about that. But I guess it makes sense if everything's a Mythic. Why do you think they made everything a Mythic? That's the other question. Is it purely just to, like, get money out of arena players? Is there any other explanation other than to get money out of arena players? Opponent's popping off here. Huh. So we have a clue. This thing can't be blocked. 7 mana, put 2 counters on it. Artifact enchantment creature with flying. I want to play like the Enforcer. But if our opponent just kills it, we're probably dead. We might have to just play removal here. we can, like, drown this. Yeah, I guess this is fine. We can drown this, then we can Volt Surge the Sweet Tooth and crack the clue, probably. Or maybe we leave the clue for the Night of Sweet's Revenge. Alright, let's kill this thing. His opponent's gonna make another food. We can blow that up with spider food. So maybe we do sack this clue then. Let's sack the clue, and then we can spider food this to get our food back. My fish is bad! Welcome back to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. Well, make food and pass the turd. Chat is over the stack. Oh, Yeah, chat's not supposed to be over the stack. It's supposed to be over... There we go. It's supposed to be over there. They really like these Agothian sprites. What set is this even from? Brothers War? I really don't play enough Limited, I guess. I've never seen this card before. About it. Getting frisky. Hits us. Yeah, what do you think of the last rare? The last rare of the main set. We don't need to bargain it, right? We can just play it. This set is so power creepy. It's wild. Let me pull up this card. So we gain 3. Everything, there's so many power creep 2-drops in this set. Ooh, cleanup crew. Destroy target artifact enchantment. Well, let's go to combat. Attack you. Here comes the Giants. Opponent takes their beats. Well, cleanup crew. Gain 4. Play the land. Pass the turd. Where was the final rare of the set? Dust Animus. All right, hang on. Let's let our opponent attack here. Sharks keep moving. Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. I mean, we are attacking you, opponent. Do what you will, opponent. Wow, takes their beats. We'll play the Mirror Enforcer. And play the bridge out of cards past the turd. Is Thunder Junction more or less broken than Eldorade? Less. I will say less overall. I think it's very good. I think it is a power creep set, but I don't think it's quite Eldorade. Eldorade was absurdly over the top busted. But like, even so, Dust Animus, this card doesn't look like anything crazy, right? You don't see Dust Animus and think, wow, something has gone wrong in the world. Dust Animus, 2 mana, 2/3 flying. Like, that's a pretty exciting card as it is. Like, maybe exciting is not the right word, but a 2 mana, 2/3 flyer is above the curve. I remember playing Windrakes not that long ago. A 2/2 flyer for 3. I remember playing those in Limited, and that was like a good card in Limited. So this is a 2 mana, 2/3 flyer, but you can plot it and play it with 5 or more untapped lands later in the game, and it's going to be a 4/5 lifelinking flyer. So it's a 2-drop that's also almost like a Baneslayer Angel split card, thanks to plot. Even that, and that's just a random 2-drop, is a really, really power creepy kind of card. And that is true of so many 2-drops in this set. This is this set of Grizzly Bear power creep. I think that is the biggest takeaway. The Seraphic Steed. All right, let's do, I think I do it on Scryfall. If we go to Scryfall and do mana cost or mana value, where is it? Let's see. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, stats, mana value equal to 2, and then rare and mythic. So just look at this list of cards. These are the 2-drops in the set. So many of them are so power creepy to me. Like, okay, they're absurd. They're all absurd. Bristly Bill are legendary, but still, counter on anything when a land ETBs is pretty good. Archmage is new. It's a blue Grizzly Bear. Never happened before. There's never been a 1 in a blue 2/2 without a downside. And now this is not only a blue Grizzly Bear, first time ever, but oh yeah, it might be able to Snapcaster a thing from your graveyard for free. Caustic Bronco. It's a black grizzly bear, except it can draw you a card every turn when it attacks. Dust Animus, 2/3 flyer for 2. Magda, grizzly bear that makes a bunch of 4/4 dragons as you stack treasures. Malcolm, flying hasty grizzly bear that makes clue tokens. Satoru, 2/3 menace, draws you a card Seraphic Steed. It's a grizzly bear, first strike, lifelink, and it can make angels every turn. Slick show off. The 2-drops in this set are wild. It's wild. Move over grizzly bears. Seraphic Steed seems bad in a world of 2 mana 2/3s. How does it get in? Well, I mean, there's a lot of the 2-drops that are seeing play right now are 3/2s. If we end up in a world where like Satoru's everywhere or Taiwakin is everywhere, like if we do end up in a world where the 2/3s are seeing a lot of play, we didn't even mention Duelist of the Mind Mage, which is another good one. But if we end up with a 2 mana 2/3 seeing a lot of play, it does drop in value to some extent. It will get worse. I think the exciting part, yeah, Slickshot's so strong. I think the exciting part about it is it's a 2-drop that can snowball into a victory by itself. Like, you pay 2 mana, you already get a 2/2 first strike lifelinker, which is not a bad card, and then it also has the ability to just start making these angels that can potentially just run away with the game. Would Robert the Rich even see play if it were in Standard again? That's... I mean, I think it would. If you think about some of the things that Red plays, like the red 2-drops, like Feldon of the Third Path, I think Robber's just better than Feldon. So I think there would be a role for it, but are you going to open a box of Junction? Definitely planning on it. I didn't get to do Fallout because the supply was so low and hard to get. And plus, I don't know. I didn't really care about opening Fallout boosters, but definitely planning on opening some Outlaws. Yeah, 2 mana 2/2 haste that draws. Yeah, it's hard to pass up the value. Although even Robber was kind of a play draw card, right? Like, it's really good if you're on the play, but if you're on the draw, it's a smidge worse. Not the worst timing for the Wicked Wolf. Wicked Wolf. Fight your Smithy. I don't know, why does Wicked Wolf not feel weird when like Scooby-Doo or whatever showing up in Magic seems weird? Is it just the age of the reference? Like, do fairy tales get a pass just because they're so old-timey? I've kind of wondered about that though. Like, why are people cool with, we're just gonna construct, we're gonna try to close out this game, and we're even gonna kill this and proliferate. I mean, we're getting you out of here. Ornithopter of Paradise, hit you down to 17. Well, not as far as like legality, but like with the community. I don't remember people being like, Wicked Wolf, boo, it's, you know, another IP. That's not Magic. Maybe it's just because it fits, like fairy tales fit Magic. What's our best way of doing this? We want to kill that. Well, let's make a construct. And then sack the clue awkwardly to play the Vengeful Rebel to kill the Scavenger. Oh, we drew an artifact land. One lesson about artifact lands. They're really good in this format. There's just so many payoffs for being artifact lands that I think they're definitely worth snapping off. Opponent down to 9. I mean, the vibe things make sense. For YouTube videos talking about Lotus Ring, it goes infinite and timeless and historic with a Johnny's Last Stand. I'm going to have to look up a Johnny's Last Stand. Ooh, our opponent has the Goliath. But we can kill it. And opponent scoops it up. Wait, how does it go in? Okay, let me look at this. A Johnny's Last Stand. Whenever a creature planeswalker you control dies, you can sacrifice it. If you do make a 4/4 avatar creature with flying, when a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, if you control planes, create a 4/4 avatar creature token with flying. How does that go infinite with Lotus Ring? What am I missing here? Lotus Ring. Lotus Ring. 3/3 Vigilance. Sack the creature at 3 mana. Yeah, I think maybe it's a belated April Fool's. I am not sure how that would go in because you have to sack a Johnny's Last Stand, right? So you sack a creature to Lotus Ring, but then you sack this, you get a 4/4. Yeah, I don't see how those two cards are related actually. Oh, I see. I've done that a million times. Very easy to do. Are we getting all the spoilers at once? So Watsy's got a stream that's about to fire off in 5-ish minutes. The first part of the stream is supposed to be the spoilers. And then they're going to talk about limited stuff. And we're not going to watch limited stuff. I'm going to do a spoiler video. I think we can sneak in one more match if we play fast. Our deck is not lost. We're kind of crushing people. But yes, they're supposed to do all the big score spoilers, I believe. Yeah, equip for free. So something like a Pure Steel Paladin is probably the easiest way to go infinite, I think. So if you had like Pure Steel Paladin, something that makes creatures when it dies, I can see a way to do it. I think there is a way to do it. But it's going to be like a 4-card combo that needs... It's going to be like a 4-card combo that needs a bunch of pieces to really work. Let's just play this, I guess. Get down the scallywag. Oh, is Amazonian streaming too? Well, if you go to Amy's stream, tell her I said hello and good luck. But please don't kill me because we're undefeated so far. All right, tough cookie. Make a food. Get in. We don't have any of our fixing this game, which is a little bit awkward. Grab a leg, Amazonian. Found it hits us. And boy, so many mana dorks. Do we just go aggro? Probably. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess we just make you a food and get in there. Am I the only one that does an emo on, hey, what's up, Cat Cat Fat? How are you? Am I the only one that does an emo? Maybe I need to become an emoter. How did Moto Masters go? Oh my god, there were so many grindy one-ring matchups. Next time, I'm going to play a faster deck. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Come on now. Oh, and we're not hitting our land drops. Well, okay. Kill you, take the damage. Although it's going to get reanimated. Hit ya. We're both having a little bit of mana difficulty here. We're doing better than Amazonian is. We at least have 4 lands. So they do have a lot of mana dorks. Down to 10. Can we close it out before spoilers? I know. I would have bought the crowd surfing Karn if I had known, but now it's gone forever apparently. Wildfast. Ooh. Do you know why this card is famous, chat? Does anyone know why Wildfast Engineer matters? I really wish we had some fixing. I think this is weird. I think what we do here is play the Steel Seeker and then evoke the Wave Sifter to make clues to trigger the Steel Seeker to see if we can hit a land drop when it... My god. Apparently we can't ever. Maybe we keep the... Do we keep that? We are going to get a treasure. Okay, we do get a treasure from Descending, right? So pass the turn. The vehicle... G Fuel Code, you are correct. The vehicle punt during the Pro Tour, Wildfast Engineer was the card that was trying to crew the vehicle that led to the whole situation. The stream is about to begin. All right, I'll keep an eye out for it. Starting soon. Hopefully we can finish this before it starts opponent hitting us. We can kill 2 things. But then they can reanimate something? Let's kill the Weldfast Engineer. Yeah. Not ideal. And then kill the junk. Oh, we're losing to this Vial. Kill the Junkyard Genius. We will not proliferate your Vial. Go attacking. Down to 8. Oh, stream is starting. Well, we're going to lose to this Vat of Rebirth on. Silly Phyrexian Flesh Gorger anyway. Our opponent's caught up with us in lands. Well, we've met our match in the last round before spoilers start. Yeah, with it coming back, it's a huge problem. The Vat is gone, but all you really need is one activation. It makes a servo. We draw a Volt Surge. Boy, we have had not much luck hitting our lands, have we? So we can't kill that. Yeah, I think we're dead now. I'm pretty sure we're dead now. Red mana. Yeah. Boo. Boo. All right, well, that was good timing to die because spoilers are on. Our buddy Blake.
If you want to read those stories first,
all right, how
come
is
back and watch us later? Totally
how's the level?
See you then. But if you want to stick around,
pretty all right.
We'll keep this.
Yeah, lifelink on that. We would have been okay with not for the
today,
lifelink in the ward.
Previews is all about the big score.
Big score.
If you haven't heard of the big score yet, Dave,
we've heard of it. We've heard of it, Blake.
About what the big score is.
Right, so you touched on it a little bit, right? So this was originally planned to be an epilogue set, sort of like March of the Machine Aftermath. Right, so
it's
this is
funny to me that we actually
we're sort of going to end on like, oh, the vault's opened, and this is
we actually
focused on what was
just
the cool thing in the
killed
vault,
the whole
like,
idea of
this
epilogue
heist even
sets
taking
with
place.
one set.
Also, looking back, this is like a story arc that's been going on since Wilds of Eldraine to the current set. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So yeah, it was sort of both like catching up, like what was in the vault, what was going
the story
on here.
Are they all Wilds of Eldraine, LCI, Murders of Karlov Manor, and this set are all attached? Wait, how is that true? Is there actually a story arc of all those?
Here on the screen.
I didn't even realize that was a thing. I mean, I know like Kellen is randomly wandering. Oh, is that all they're talking about? Like Kellen is just drunkenly wandering through the multiverse and that. Okay.
Just to, like,
I guess that's a story arc. Okay. I see.
All the
that's cheating. When players talk about wanting the blocks to be more connected, I don't think that they mean like Kellen does his gap year and backpacks around Europe.
They're here, but this is all the stuff you're seeing here.
I don't think that's exactly what players were asking for.
Junction, after the vault has been opened, there is only pretty much one exception that we'll get to. There was one pretty cute fellow in the vault.
I still don't know why there's a dinosaur in the vault.
Be seen later.
Torpor Orb. How much does Torpor Orb matter?
Focus is like, what are
does Torpor Orb
cool
actually do anything?
That were in the vault, right? This is a Femari vault.
They made. I used to love the Ernest Goes to Jail.
Had left this. Years,
kid me would have. I would love that movie. Ernest Saves Camp. Ernest Saves Camp.
All of these very powerful items. We were trying to capture.
Definitely Ernest Saves Camp. Who's cuter,
really
Lou or Lil Girl? Who is? All right, I gotta actually pull up the origin of these.
Girl. Like it's sort of intentionally mysterious, right? Like we have a new member. You thought the sword cycle was completed, but we have a new sword, and right, was this inspired by the other swords? Was it sort of a precursor to the swords?
All right, who's cuter, Little Girl
And then as well
or
with
Loot.
cards, one of the Adam Prozac led the vision design.
I mean, I guess
this,
little girl's like kind of cute, but Loot
worked through with the play design team on.
I don't know, Loot's pretty cute.
One of the through lines that Adam and his team put together was caring about artifact tokens.
Loot the key to everything.
That's a through line you'll see like
yeah, it's gotta be Loot. It's gotta be.
Like
it's gotta be
Loot.
Loot.
You may have noticed like that.
Little girl kind of looks like she might be a serial killer.
Token.
I think
the Nexus
I think she might actually be a secret serial killer.
Artifact copy of the
Loot though.
right?
Loot just looked like he's down for the party.
Here can create a token that's a
copy
little
Geary. Oh, I hate Little Geary.
So, right, like
I still
we sprinkled in some pretty cool tokens so that it wasn't just
Little
like,
Geary.
Sort of the less exciting.
Little
things
Geary,
like,
I still. Oh my god.
A clue or blood or whatever.
Little Geary, I don't get it. I still don't get it.
Cool things for some.
It's the 30th anniversary of Magic. Let's celebrate with a rice puff.
You know, as why?
Why is there cards with rice puffs? I don't even understand. Maybe I'm just not anime-ish enough to get it, but no, for me, the rice puff makes no sense to me. Little Geary makes no sense to me. Loot, I get it. It's just like this cute little thing.
One of the bears in white.
I think I just don't get. I think I just don't get the anime culture enough to understand. Like, Grand Abolisher. Oh,
right. We actually
okay, that's a reprint, but
we moved Jason to the main set. This is actually the fellow
that's
that
actually
we swapped.
That's actually a pretty solid reprint. Grand Abolisher, about $10.
I guess I didn't say explicitly.
One of the best commander cards, and it looks pretty sweet. Like, look at that just Western scene. The art on this is really good. It is just a reprint. It is just a reprint. It was not reprinted in standard, though. So price-wise, yes, it is true it was reprinted not long ago. But we haven't had it in standard. I don't believe it exists on Arena, does it?
Right, this is... Right, this is just a popular card.
I don't believe it does.
I've seen a couple reprints and versions recently.
Oh,
but,
that's...
yeah, there's...
I don't know if that's good or bad for Arena. New to Pioneer. I imagine something like Lotus Field combo might want that. Like, it's really good in combo decks, right?
One of the types of cards
so I imagine Timeless, Historic, Pioneer. You wish it was 1 mana? Grand Demolisher or 1 mana would be broken. But yeah, this is the like, I want to combo off and I don't want you to counter me card. It's also... I don't know. It's a pretty good standard card.
That these are also these are standard legal cards.
All of these cards are going to be mythics. Every single one, whether they should be or not. And Grand Abolisher should not be, but everything big score is going to be mythic.
Standard that I'm sure many players.
I guess that's good against Fluid Control.
We've got another white
if you're
card.
comboing.
Let's see. Rest in Peace.
Ooh, all right.
Dave, talk about adding this one to the standard mix.
Oh no!
Right, so we like to have
oh boy
sort of ways to make sure that if any given
Rest in Peace.
Like
also, man, the art on this set is sweet. Like, look at this Rest in Peace. That's just a beautiful looking card.
I think came out with
this card is a big deal for standard.
Popular card.
So we've been seeing in standard these sneaky graveyard combo decks, Aftermath Analyst combo decks, Conspiracy Unraveler combo decks. Those decks are fully reliant on the graveyard. If you don't stop the graveyard, there's, yes, all standard illegal. They're some of the strongest cards in the format. If you do stop it, though, you absolutely wreck them. Also shuts down death triggers. Is shutting down death triggers relevant in standard in any way?
If this helps shift the metagame, or
is this also first time in Pioneer? No, this has to be Pioneer legal, right?
Some of the existing ones.
Yep.
Is it?
We're also noting that
Rest in Peace, Return to Ravnica.
Rares. Dave, you talk about.
Oh, they're going to talk about the mythic thing.
Rares, correct?
They are all mythic rares. I mean, yeah, we looked at a lot of options, including even just what we call these cards, right?
We looked at a lot of options and we decided for the one that would make us the most money.
What sort of rarity they actually are appearing at in terms of like when you're
we considered all the options and went with the cash.
Collector boosters. My understanding is that these are almost very much the same rarity as a mythic from a particular mythic from the main set.
Rest in Peace in the Vault is a good question.
That it's about,
I asked that about the dinosaur as well.
Particular mythic you'd open about 80
I don't feel like there's any big death triggers in standard. Roughly speaking. But if there was a Blood Artist deck, Or like that Janky God Invasion Amacat combo deck. Like that would get locked down.
There were originally 50
the dinosaur is sweet. I like the card. The card is cool. I just don't know why it's in the vault flavor wise.
Some of them
like who opens the vault and like dinosaur.
Reflect more the actual rarity than
it does shut down Vein Ripper
design of the card.
I mean, Rest in Peace will see standard play, no doubt. No doubt it will see standard play as a sideboard card.
The same rarity in the big score.
I think Graveyard Hate's actually pretty important in standard.
All right, let's take a look at our next preview card. Right. So this is our first new preview card.
All right,
this is
show us some good, Blake.
World
Walker Helm. 2 and a blue. Artifact. If you would create one or more artifact tokens instead, create those tokens plus, oh my god, an additional map token. That's already exciting. And then 2, tap it. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact token you control. I love cards that have this text. When you create a token, do that plus another token. It just leads to some ridiculous board states. Like, Academy Manufacturer is one of my all-time favorite cards. I think maps are one of the weaker tokens you could make compared to like a treasure or a clue, but I think that's still fine. And then it's only 3 mana, and then that last mode, create a token that's a copy of target artifact token you control. I feel like a lot of this is plans for the future. I feel like a lot of this
the build around nature of cards and finding things that are.
Let me see if I can link this up.
Right, the map tokens were just kind of a fun ad. We've done a number of cards that like.
There's
make a token,
so we saw this, and I haven't figured this out yet. I think we talked about this. There was this
pretty fun card
Beetle and Grim token set spoiled.
Buffing your creatures, getting your land.
That shows off this card we've never seen before. This like. Token creature that has a mana cost.
The next card kind of,
So I feel like something weird is coming up with tokens. I don't know what it's going to be, but I am fully convinced that with Bloomburrow, something strange and new and wild is happening with tokens. And some of these, like, create a token that's a copy of target artifact creature token or whatever. I feel like those cards are going to get way better.
But tell the folks at home about Memory Vessel.
Memory Vessel.
Pretty similar.
5 mana. Exile Memory Vessel. Each player exiles top 7 cards of their library until your next turn. Players may play cards they exile this way, and they can't play cards from their hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Is this not Memory Jar? Is this Memory Jar?
Cards, emergency banned effectively.
I mean, Memory Jar destroyed Magic.
So what could go wrong that we do this again?
I mean, it's probably probably fine today because there's no Tolarian Academy to play it on turn 1 or whatever. Sacrifice each player extras all the cards from the hand, draw 7. Being the end step, discards it.
Like, you're not. I mean, it's recast the exiled Memory Vessel. That'll be something that gets sort of.
I mean, isn't it basically the same?
You get a whole new hand.
Yeah, I guess it's not card draw, which is probably good because it's not triggering Shieldred a million times.
A counter spell or whatever you have the.
If it was actually drawing cards, it would just be busted with Shieldred.
They have in their hands.
That's a cool card. I like it. I don't know how good it is.
Then it's sorcery only, which is
not being able to cast cards from your hand is I guess awkward.
Some of the stuff going on here is pretty similar to the original. I certainly hope this card does not.
It's not gonna break anything. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, so the cards are just gone. Yeah, I guess that's also a drawback. So it is worse Memory Jar. Would Memory Jar actually be good? Like, okay, discounting Shieldred, right? Discounting the fact that with Shieldred it would actually be kind of insane. But outside of Shieldred, if you just put Memory Jar into a normal standard, would it even be good? I don't even know if it would be that good. And this, okay, maybe this card's safe. Where would you play this? So we have cast from exile stuff, right? Whenever you cast from exile, like the Pianalar that's in standard, there are things that trigger based on cards from exile. You can play it in mono red. It is going to be tough. You're going to have to play it and have it sit for a turn so you have mana to cast the cards. But you would be able to, like, in mono red, play this, draw a new hand, get the burn to close out the game. Would it work in Storm? Not being able to cast cards from your hand is a drawback. Not going in the graveyard is a drawback. Omen Path's Journey. 4 mana enchantment. When ETB, search your library for up to 5 land cards that have different names and exile them. At the beginning of your end step, choose a card at random exiled with it. Put on that card is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this card is the new. Wow. There's our little gremlin friend. This card's insane. This is an absurd commander card. This is like, you play this as a commander. Oh my, I gotta show this to Richard. This will be Richard's all-time favorite commander card. 4 mana, you get your Field of the Dead, your Thespian Stage, your Lotus Field, your Dark Depths, like your Glacial Chasm. 4 mana, yeah, sure, you only get 1 at random, I guess. So there is risk here. Here's the risk. You slam this, you grab your 5 best lands, and then someone blows it up, and your lands are exiled forever. So maybe it's slightly less good than my first read. When I first read this, I was like, this is the new best 4-mana ramp spell in Commander. Play it in every deck. There is a risk here that you play this, and someone blows it up, and then you lose your Field of the Dead forever or whatever. But this card is still a wild Commander card. You failed to find that. You can do that, right? Search your library for up to. So you could search for 1 land. And honestly, ramping a single non-basic land for 4 mana is kind of, I guess Archdruid's Charm is 3 mana, but it's triple green. The reward is super high, and you don't really need all of them. I think it's still very good. I think it'll still see, and it's an enchantment, so it works with Enchantress synergies. Maybe not quite as good. When I first read it, I was like, oh my god, this card's broken. Now I'm like, I think the card's really good, and it'll still see a ton of play, but the fact that you could lose your lands forever does, at least there's some drawback to it.
Go read the story. It really
wow. Also, why is Jace back? Jace, the Gremlin in Vraska. Didn't we have the same art? Open the Way. Didn't they already do this? Open the Way. Wasn't this the same? It looks a little similar. I'm just saying, Watsy, kind of ripping yourself off. Pest Control. 2 mana. Destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less, cycling. That's a card designed for Constructed. That card will see play in Modern. It'll probably see play in Legacy. It actually gets better the further back you go. This gets rid of all the Urza Saga tokens, any other tokens. Wow. And it cycles. So you can put this in your deck. Worst case, you're in the wrong matchup. You just cycle it away. That card is so good. Oh, man. This set's so wild. Wizards really just pulled out all the stops with this card.
It doesn't super look like a Mythic, but like we knew it was a role player.
In Standard, really good against Boros tokens, right? Good against Wedding Announcement.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
so you got some synergies there. Decks, once you get back to Modern, you got
their curves with like enchantments and stuff that can perhaps work around this a bit.
You got not only tokens, but once you get back to older formats, Chalice of the Voids, Engineered Explosives, Pithing Needles, there's a lot of cheap permanents that are going to get blown up. It's all non-land, so this is going to get Ragavans and Haywire Mites, any 1-drop creatures. That card's really good in older formats. Not only that
for Standard, but Chad is pointing out a whole bunch of ways this impacts older formats.
Oh yeah, this card's so good in older formats.
Potentially, where it wipes out and that sort of thing.
Yeah. This hits a lot of stuff.
Yes, definitely better than definitely better than Crime Punishment or whatever card Richard was playing. I think
curve decks than anything.
Only 2 mana too.
So yeah, it's got. Definitely got potential in a lot.
I bet that. What rare do you think it was originally?
All right.
I bet originally that was an uncommon. I don't know. Maybe it was a rare. I believe the set was originally uncommons, rares, mythics.
I'm the gameplay guy. Yeah.
He's the gameplay guy. All right. So speaking of gameplay, that's a fantastic transition. So that covers all of the preview cards we have. We are going to talk about a few cards that were revealed this morning on other outlets.
I was promised more spoilers, Blake.
Quick. We're going to go through a few of them from
I feel deceived.
We're going to spend the rest of the time talking about the draft archetypes of Outlaws of Thunder Junction, so you'll definitely want to stick around that.
That was not as many spoilers as I thought.
Sean, since we talked about loot,
we already talked about all these other cards.
I thought everything with previewed as part of
I swear.
So here is what all the fuss in Thunder Junction was about. This is loot, the key to everything. It costs a green, a blue, and a red.
I thought that they said they were spoiling all of it. I'm actually disappointed that there was not more spoilers. I thought they were spoiling all of Big Score today. You don't like the teeth? Yeah, they are kind of awkward, aren't they? They look bitey. They are kind of bitey looking teeth. Well, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna see how many more rounds do we have in our draft. Maybe we can finish. I do have to go to a spoiler video. How close are we? Can we finish this draft first, though? Let's finish the draft and talk about the cards. Do we have 5 wins? All right, it's only a couple. Okay, we're going to finish the draft real quick. Let's finish the draft, and then I'll go do the spoilers. So if you want to see, like, limited archetypes and so forth, feel free to watch the WotC stream. I thought they said they were doing all the rest of the big scorecards, but apparently not. Yeah, I guess all teeth are probably bitey when you think about it, aren't they? Maybe slightly upgraded version of Dimir Draw 2. Ooh. Let me see. Ooh, that looks fun. When's the next budget magic? Should be a budget-ish magic next week, I believe. Monday. Is there a better piece of goldfish content than the giant baiting draft? The giant baiting draft is an all-time classic. Oh, that was so... And we won it, too. Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites. It was like against the odds draft style. There's also a World Gorger draft combo video from a long time ago that was good. How do you manage to crank out 1.5 hour long Spyro video so soon after streaming last week? At least today's won't be so difficult. Yeah, today is a little bit better. I mean... a lot of practice, I guess. Not getting up from my computer for hours at a time. But normally, like, when it's a spoiler day, I'll do the stream and I usually gotta take Bear out for a second, but I'll usually take Bear out for like 10 minutes, let him go to his Bear playtime stuff, and then I'll just be cranking out spoilers for the rest of the day. Yeah, today won't be as long as I thought today was gonna be like last week. Last week, my goodness, was that a long spoiler video. But today will not be as bad, I don't think. Those spoilers look sweet, though. Man. So, also on spoilers. So, I'm doing spoilers today, of course. I'll do them tomorrow if there's more to cover. We got the main set. I thought we were getting all of Big Sword today, but apparently we're not getting quite all of it. But then later in the week, things will shift to Tomer covering the Commander previews on the Commander channel. So if you're looking for like Commander Precon stuff, keep an eye out for that. Tomer's got it. Now let's get on our Weirding Woods. Let's see if we can finish this off with 7 wins. I think we can. Need to see a Pioneer Scales deck with a new green 2-drop. Yeah, I feel a little... I mean, so I'm not underwhelmed by the cards, but I'm underwhelmed by the number of cards. I was expecting more cards than that. So I'm a little underwhelmed that it was like... I thought this was like a spoiler stream, but instead it was kind of just like, here's a couple of spoilers that we didn't get to yet. So that part I'm a little disappointed by. What are we doing with Fabricate Opponent? Big Angel or 1/1s? All right, gonna make the 1/1s. Well, let's untap. Play the land. Should we just play this? No, that's so much damage. All right, let's... I mean, I think we got to kill the Angel. So let's Welding Sparks the Angel. Get it out of there. Have I checked my email lately? Yeah, I was going through... I had a bunch of messages, but I was working on going through them yesterday. I know there's still more to get through. Was there something in specific in the... I should be looking for Dragon Blue Knights? Opponent. Scrapwork Mutt. Opponent. But yeah, I'm working on it. I know there's still more left in there from the last week or so that I gotta plow my way through email wise, but I will get to them. Found it. It says. Oh yeah, I used to love the God Pharaoh's Gift deck. That was a sweet deck. That deck was sweet. Oh, that deck was actually pretty good too. Moonskillion. All right, opponent has run their hand out. Well, let's play the bridge, play the serpent, and pass the turn. Can you beat a 5/6 opponent? Bound I gonna crack the clue to draw a card. Sure. So are y'all buying Outlaws and Thunder Junction? Are you actually picking up a box of the set? Packs of the set? I have one from if you have one from January Blue Dragon Nights, is there any way you could forward that to me? If it's from January, it definitely got missed or something. Like, I know I have some from like the last week or two that I still got to get back through. But if it was from January, something went wrong. So if you could, is there any chance you could just like forward it or resend it to me, and I'll make sure to get to it soon? Yeah, that's the tough one, right? This set looks really sweet, but Modern Horizons 3 also looks really sweet. Now let's play a Karn. I'm not sure what we want to do with the Karn. We can take it up to draw cards. We can probably keep it alive. Yeah, let's take it up. Take up the Karn, draw a card. We have a removal spell in hand anyway. Land and Wicked Wolf. Well, I assume we're getting the land here. So we get the land. Pass the turn. Karn is really good. Definitely worth the first fix. Sorry about that, Dragon Blue type. Enters the battlefield, make a gnome. Sure. I think I'm going to pre-release and buy the singles I want. I mean, that is almost always the smartest way to handle it. Well, let's grab our Wicked Wolf. Play the Wicked Wolf. Fight down the Moonskeleton thing. Play the swamp. And yeah, let's just pass and stay on defense. I think this is working. I think this is kind of working. This Karn's just going to run away with the game, hopefully. Opponent. Gonna go attacking. We will kill it. Keep our Karn. Opponent passes. Weirding Woods. Well, we might as well play that. Play the Weirding Wood. Make another artifact. Is it Karnstruck time? Are we Karnstructing? I think it's Karnstruck time. Make a 4/4. Hit you with the Serpent. The tide is turned. We're the aggro now. I'm excited for OTG and MH3, especially for draft, but I can't justify... Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess our opponent gets to keep a servo. 1... Actually, we're just gonna cast removal. Let's just cast removal. Let's just blow him out. We'll just kill it all. And about it, scoops it up. D-Lawson, how are you today? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's kind of tough to choose between MH3 and OTJ. Like, Modern Horizons 3 is the set I'm most excited for of the year. Like, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Modern Horizons, but every time Modern Horizons has released, the month or two after that has been some of the most fun I've had playing Magic, period. Not even Modern, just like Magic. So I am incredibly hyped, and I'm even more hyped this time because it's coming to Arena. So along with Modern, we also get to try all this stuff in Timeless or Historic or whatever. So my hype level for Modern Horizons 3, as much as I'm scared that it's going to continue to kind of mess with Modern in a way that I don't like, but it's through the roof. I am incredibly excited for it. If I had to choose one, I would buy Modern Horizons 3. Thankfully, I open boxes for the opening channel, so we're going to probably see boxes of both of them. But if I had to pick just one, it would be Modern Horizons 3, even though it's like I'm 9 out of 10 for Modern Horizons 3, and I'm like 8 out of 10 for Outlaws of Thunder Junction or something. It's actually pretty close. And then when the meta gets out, you're going to hate it. Yep, that about sums it up. I mean, it is going to be fun for the first couple months because they'll print a bunch of busted things that might make the last round of busted things not as busted for a minute. But in the end, those busted things will be the cards you have to play Modern. I'm also excited for Bloomburrow. Bloomburrow just looks very cute. And what do you think that token thing is? So we talked about it a minute ago, but did you see the token thing? Like the token with the mana cost and a bunch of text and abilities from the Beatles and Grimm thing? What is your guess at what that actually means? I've been trying to figure this out for like a week now. Oh, Bloomburrow, yeah. I think Bloomburrow is going to be absolutely massive. Wow, did they whiff with their owl? That's awkward. Well, let's just do a little wave sifting. Pass the turn. How many cards are we missing from Big Score? That is a good question. Let's kill the Kieran. So we had, going into the day, we had 10, I believe. There's 30 altogether. Going into the day, I believe there were 10. Wow, opponent with the greed. With the greed. Well, let's clean up this Reckoner Bankbuster. Clean up the Bankbuster. Do any of you reach? You gotta have reach. You're a giant. The giant does not reach. We might just die to flyers, unfortunately. Opponent gets in with the flyers. Down to 3. Oh, that's even more. We are gonna die to flyers. That is too many flyers. Wow, that is awkward. So we need to, like, hit a cheap removal spell off of this clue, I guess? Well, it's a tale as old as time. If it's a new draft format and you don't know what's going on, draft as many cheap flyers. Oh, we don't have a second Black Source. Oh, we should have tapped differently. All right. If it's a new draft format, draft as many blue-white flyers as you can, and you're probably gonna have an okay time. Do you have a Twitch channel beside this one? Technically, I have Saffron Olive. I have not used it in a long time though, like a very long time. It's still possible that something shows up on the Saffron Olive Twitch at some point. I think at this point, if I'm doing magic stuff, I just do it on the Goldfish channel. But there's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe I start a. I'm always blown away by the people who are just like, hey, I'm going to do a stream and we're going to just like, let's watch some YouTube videos and we'll talk about them. And it actually, like, it looks so fun. It looks super fun. So I don't know if we'll ever do some streams that are like not as magic focused, but if I ever did a Civ stream or a, I don't know, like a just chatting stream that wasn't magic-y or something, it would probably be on the Saffron Olive channel, I think. But other than that, for like magic stuff, it's always here. saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com is the email. Johan Leafar, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, traditionally tokens can't go to hand, but that card is just so strange. Oh no, is this another blue-white flyer deck? Are we gonna get all the way to 6 wins and then just get wrecked by 2 flyer decks in a row? That's starting to seem possible. If they play a 3-drop here, that's kind of bad. Ay. Well, at least it's only 1 power, but still. Opponent draws a card. Well, play the land. Play the Weirding Wood. I mean, I guess the good news is we do have a handful of pretty bomby cards. Should we be able to deploy them? Opponent plays, attacks, hits us. I was testing some new cards for EDH. Won a game because Smuggler's Surprise. Oh boy, this guard. Won a game because Smuggler's Surprise milled onto Inversion, which I got back with a green MDFC because I was playing Dinosaurs. Seems you were right. How's the stream going? That's MDFCs, I'm telling you. You always gotta have the MDFCs. It's going well so far. I mean, it's either a copy or a special type of Coke, and yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe it's just a random token that's a copy of something. I don't know. I feel like it could be something bigger than that, though. I feel like it actually could be something big, but I guess we'll see. So we play the Wicked Wolf, but if we do that, it dies. We can Rebel Salvo, but then we got no body. All right, so I guess okay, let's do it this way. Let's Wicked Wolf kill the Vault Scourge. That gives us a blocker, but it doesn't deal with this guard. Apparently this ulted guard is the bane of our draft here. The only guard we lose to. Do you think MDFCs will come back? I'm sure they will come back eventually. It seems like MDFCs are very popular, and Wizards is all about... Oh no, another one. That is a problem. And it seems like Wizards is all about trying to mitigate variance in Magic these days. So, oh yeah, I don't think we can get out of this. So yeah, it seems pretty likely to me that they will return. Because it's one of those mechanics that make sure no one ever, You never get mana screwed. Plus, they're powerful. Plus, people seem to like them. You add all that together. The only thing I would say is they have potential to be too powerful. So I don't think you can do too many of them, especially untapped versions of them. Or like, could you imagine MDFC dual lands or something? So I think you gotta keep kind of when you do put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Okay. Yeah. Man. Our deck felt so good, too, and then we ran into blue-white flyers twice in a row. And apparently the secret is the same as every other format, where you just play a bunch of flyers, and you'll probably win. Do you think we'll ever go back to Zendikar? Where did we last leave Zendikar? Opponent. Couple of dorks. I mean, I assume so. Zendikar's pretty popular. I don't think Zendikar was destroyed when we last left it, right? I mean, play this in game 4. Does that even matter? We go up to 8. Are we still dead? 3, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. Well, looks like we're going to end with 6 wins rather than 7 wins. This format seems kind of fun, though. Yeah, Fastlands, the rest of the Fastlands coming to Standard are a good thing. They're also good value reprints. I didn't realize that, like, Spirebluff Canal was up to, like, 13, 14 bucks in paper. It's actually, like, a pretty expensive card. Well, our deck was good. Awkwardly, those last rounds, I wonder how much play draw mattered. I wonder if we're in the play against those blue-white flyer decks, if that would that have shifted it? Or is that just not a good matchup for us? Wow. Wait. Why do I have a bunch of... Why these packs? I mean, I guess that's sweet. Oh, I guess it's because it's remastered? You just get random packs? Huh. So we got... I guess that's cool. So we got a Shadows over Innistrad remastered. We got our gems back. We got a Sage of the Ancient Lore. I kind of want to do an arena series. Yeah, we got all those. With a new account. I'm very curious how people do it free to play mode. I kind of want to start a new account and see just like how hard is it to actually be able to build the decks you want to if you're a free to play player. Trapjaw Tyrant, and then a bunch of MKM. Well, I mean, that draft format's pretty fun. If you're looking for something different to do, it's not as powerful as Cube, I don't think. I think that the idea is this is supposed to be like Modern Combo Piece, Lamplight Phoenix. I think the idea is this is supposed to be the replacement for Cube. Normally, in the week or two leading into the new set, we usually have Cube to kind of fill the time. Because a lot of people are like, I don't want to play Standard. I'm waiting for like the new cards to play Standard. So I think that that's the idea, that this is kind of replacing Cube this go around. I would say overall, it's less powerful than Cube, but more powerful than a traditional draft format. So in between, somewhere between the Cube power level, which Cube is usually just like the strongest cards all the time. This kind of felt like a theme Cube almost, where you had a pretty harsh theme of artifacts, but within that theme, you had pretty much all the strong cards. Ophidian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription for the 2-year resub. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. More expensive. Oh, is it actually more expensive than Cube? I didn't realize that. Ooh, that's awkward. What am I saving the gold for? Nothing in specific. Probably if they ever get back the crowd surfing Karma emo, that's where my gold's going. Grab 8 leg. It's not Phantom. Actually, is it not Phantom? Wait, let me read about this. I just assumed it was Phantom. The card. Oh, that's okay. It is not Phantom. I just assumed it was Phantom, but it actually is. Oh, that makes it actually better, I think, right? So no wonder the power level's not as high as Cube. There's no way they're going to do a non-Phantom Cube draft where it's just all rares and mythics. Yeah, that was actually pretty sweet. Any new emotes? I have not picked up any new emotes lately. I still got my one. Everybody grab a leg. The only emote that anyone needs. Do they still have the pet rock in the store? Let's check before we go to the spoiler video. Oh, those sleeves are actually... I've never seen those before. Those are kind of cool, though. You know what? Wait, where did these come from? Beseiju. Oh, these are all Kamigawa themed? I feel like I've never seen this sleeve before. The problem with sleeves is I'm like, I never use them. I never actually bother to change them, so I don't know why I spend money on them. But this one does look, you know, we got a lot of gold. Let's splurge. Let's splurge on a ghostly prison sleeve. But we're not gonna set it to default. Yeah, it looks like the pet rock is gone. I guess I missed it. Ooh, Tiny Bones? What do you think of Tiny Bones as a pet? Is Tiny Bones worth it as a pet? Swing for Zero, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you, Forensic Thopter. Thank you. Squeeze kind of funny. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big zip for you. Thank you. Anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. I'm gonna do a little spoiler video for all these exciting new cards over on the YouTube. So reminder. Next week, different schedule. Next week, stream not on Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing Commander Clash on Tuesday, because Wednesday is early access day. So if you have sweet decks for Standard, showing off new cards from Outlaws at Thunder Junction, ship them to me, send me an email, tweet them, however you want to get them to me, because next week, in the afternoon on Wednesday, we will do early access stream, play a bunch of decks, check out all the new cards. So mark it on your calendar. No Tuesday stream next week. I'm doing Commander Clash instead, so I can have Wednesday to do same time. Or no, normal time, like 2 Eastern time. This stream was super early. I only stream super early because it's tough for West Coast people. I only stream super early when there's spoiler stream to watch. So next Wednesday, right about now, actually, we will be starting. So rather than wrapping up now, this time right now, next Wednesday, we'll be starting the stream. So anyway, everyone, reminders, replay YouTube. If you missed anything, normal YouTube, check out Tomorrow's Against the Odds. It's a good one. Spoiler video coming up in a few hours. And one more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, where if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Most importantly, thanks to all of you.
All of our cards
I know there's so many ways you can spend your morning, so many things you can be doing. I appreciate y'all hanging out, having some fun. So I love you all so very much. I hope you have an amazing day. Have a great week. Check out the YouTube for everything else. And yeah, I'll see you next week for early access day. So until then, everyone, be good. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.